Rochester Meat and Deli, 901 East 9th Street in Rochester. Motor Speedway Racing in the month of June kicks off June 5th with the World of Outlaws Late Models and Modified. Following weekend, June 11th and 12th, the third annual Charlotte Cove Memorial presented by Iowa Sturge. Friday night, the Essenton for all racing divisions, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Then Saturday, the racing with Super Street, USA Modified, and Thunder Cars. Sunday, June 13th, the Cars Finish Legends and Racing Lawnmowers here at the Speedway. Wednesday night, June the 16th, Open Wheel Wednesday, featuring 410 non-wing sprint cars and non-wing 600s. Saturday, June the 19th, the Super Street Thunder Cars, front-wheel drive and non-wing 600s are in action. Following day, Sunday, June the 20th, the UMP Summer Nationals. Yes, the Hell Tour back at Lewis Speedway with late models and modified. Saturday night, June the 26th, is modified Super Street Thundercross and front-wheel drives. And the 27th is back with Cars Mini Legends and Racing Lawnmowers. That's racing action for the month of June here at the Plymouth Motor Speedway. Non-wing 600s out on the racetrack with a little bit of wheel packing and hot lapping. Just checking out the surface of the Monster Micro. Lots of cars. See the infield track for the first time in 2021. Other than the 4 left turns, that track is not very similar to what they've seen in years past. A lot more banking, a little bit more length, and a lot racier than what we've had in previous incarnations of our infield facility. Don't forget, Thursday night, July the 1st, USAC National Sprint Cars and the Hoosier Dirt Cup Speed Week Series for these micros going to be on hand. Micros from all over the Midwest going to be in action. 4 or 5 different nights of racing, 4 or 5 different racetracks. We happen to have one of those nights Thursday night in conjunction with the USAC National Sprint Car event.
Well, on my way up tonight, I was happy to inform Josh Cook that the announcers are officially sponsored. Dusty Williams, owner of the number 26 car, Cody Williams, brought a couple of boxes of donuts. Wouldn't let me leave the trailer without taking one box. of donuts. So now Josh and I are sitting up here, two fat men, in a little booth, dogging donuts and watching race cars. It don't get much better than that on a Wednesday night, Josh.
That's right. And you know we're both truck drivers, so the first one we took was the jelly donuts. You can't make this stuff up.
You got to keep that body weight up.
Oh yeah. The 600s is going to looks like it's going to be a awesome race tonight. Cody Williams wins here, has won here quite a few times. The Diva Dylan Woodling, among others. I haven't checked the entire list, but seems pretty awesome. And I'd like to thank my buddy for the supreme confidence he has in me. I really appreciate that, brother. My sentiments exactly. We have Eric Saunders tonight in the 71. That's Garrett's car. Chad Hartzell's driving his car. Brad Nichols is in the 57 Junior. I see that Tyler Hartzell's in the 45. I believe that's Ed Cleveland's car. Doug Needles, both the Lambs are here. Trey Johnson. Of course, I would get a internet call right now.
We'd like to ask you about your car's extended warranty.
Oh yeah. Or what's the new one now? This is from Visa MasterCard Credit. Trey Johnson's here. Nick Schaefer's here. Parker Leak's here. Good field of 600s tonight. Oh yeah. Which brings us to qualifying / warm-ups for our sprint cars. In the 20D from Crawfordsville, Indiana is Chad Davenport. In the 24 from Indianapolis, Indiana is Landon Simon. In the 37 from Rochester is Dave Gross. Parker Fredrickson's in the 34 out of Kokomo. Brandon Long's in the 02 from Kokomo, and that is session number 1.
Don't forget one of our sponsors here at the Plymouth Motor Speedway, the Four Winds Casinos, Kankakee Grill. Kankakee Grill is a place for friends and family to gather and enjoy rustic cuisine, wood-fired pizza, and a variety of craft beers. The main dining room features 130 guests as well as a 37-seat bar.
All right, green flag is out for qualifying session number 1. Fastest in session number 1 was a 0-2 of Brandon Long. He went a 14.147. Timing in second fastest was the 24 of Landon Simon at a 14.425. Third quick was Parker Fredrickson at a 14.847, and Chad Davenport timed in fourth quick at a 15.343. And general Plymouth Speedway format is we qualify, put the fastest guy fourth for the heat race and the fourth fastest guy first. So we invert 4. So that'll put Chad Davenport and Parker Fredrickson on the front row and Landon Simon and Brandon Long in row 2. All right, that brings us to session number 2. In the 27 car from Crown Point, Indiana is Kevin Dragmeister. Starting the 57 car from Rossville, Indiana is Cole Bodine. In the 58 from Kokomo is Jamie Fredrickson. Aaron Davis is in the 11 from Windfall, Indiana. And Super Mario Klauser, that is from Chatham, Illinois. He drives the 6 car, the Yokohama car. We'll get them all pushed off. And we'll give them 2 quick ones.
Bain Welker Equipment. Whether you're farming thousands of acres or the front yard, Bain Welker has the tools you need to get the most for your money. From lawnmowers and tree trimming to tractors and computer-controlled precision farming, Bain Welker's sales and service staff is there to help you. Bain Welker's Plymouth location sells and services Case IH Advanced Farming System, Brent Farm Equipment, Bush Hog, Case IH Agriculture, lawnmowers from Cub Cadet, Echo USA chainsaws and yard equipment, as well as Geringhoff, Grasshopper mowers, Headside Incorporated, Kinsey Manufacturing, Liebricht Manufacturing, MacDon Industries, Precision Planting, Schulte Industries, Thunder Creek Equipment, Unverfirth Manufacturing, and Woods Equipment Company. Their promise is to bring Bain Welker customers the very best brands they have to offer. They bring decades of knowledge and experience right to your farm. Deeply rooted in the communities they serve, Bain Welker is committed to the success of their customers. They offer a broad base of parts and service and whole goods, and their main goal is to achieve 100% customer satisfaction every day. Stop in and see your friends at Bain Welker. You'll be glad you did. Bain Welker is located here in Plymouth at Iris Road and US 30, as well as US 35 just south of Winnemac, and always at www.bain-welker.com.
All right, gonna go green with the Parker Fredrickson car. Green flag's out, and away we go. Sorry, Jamie Fredrickson. Jamie. Tough break for Jamie Fredrickson in the 58 car. He's made contact with the turn 2 wall. He's climbing out very disgusted. Tough break for the 58 of Jamie Fredrickson.
Well, Josh, this week the All-Stars have their Ohio Speed Week going on. Of course, USAC sprint cars are out in Pennsylvania for the Eastern Storm Tour. They're at, where are they at, Bridgeport tonight? I think so. Bridgeport, New Jersey. So a lot of sprint car racing going on east of us, but I think this might be the only sprint car race in the state of Indiana. What we've got looks like a field of about 15 cars. Kind of tough to draw cars in the middle of the week, but we've got a good number of 600s. But the big thing is this is kind of a prelude to that big USAC sprint car race we've got here at the Plymouth Motor Speedway on July 1st. Do you see anybody here that you think could make some noise July 1st?
Cole Bodine, Ken. He runs the Clausen Marshall car. He's got a good piece. We'll see. Maybe Landon Simon. I ain't seen him in a USAC race in quite a while.
I'll tell you a guy
Jaden Rogers, Ken.
That's what I was going to say. Jaden Rogers has impressed me a lot in that car number 14. Saw him down at Tri-State Speedway in Lawrenceburg earlier this season. Run very strong in USAC national competition. He was very good at Hubstadt a couple of weeks ago. Be interesting here. Go ahead and bring him back to green, Josh.
Oh yeah, going back green. As the 410 sprint cars tear the playground of power to pieces. Checker flags out. And quick time. And heat number 1 goes to the 6. This Mario Klauser at a 14.144. Second quickest was Cole Bodine at a 14.290. Aaron Davis was timed in third quick at a 14.480. And Jamie Fredrickson with his 1 lap only timed in fourth quick. And if he gets his car fixed, he'll be starting on the pole for sprint car heat number 2. Kevin Dragmeister timed in fifth quick at a 15.768. Which brings us to session number 3, which has that guy we were just talking about, Jaden Rogers in the 14 from Worthington, Indiana. Tyler Hewitt out of Marion, Indiana in the 97. Dustin Engel in the 2DI from Lima, Ohio. And Adam Wiltfong in the 45, that's the son of Big Papa, so we're going to call him Little Papa tonight. Hey, what's up, Big Papa? Yeah, he's pitting for the boy tonight, I believe. Ricky Lewis is in the 11R. He's out of Ventura, California. He definitely made the long haul award tonight.
Being from Ventura, he might be looking at that infield track thinking that might be something fun to race. That little 5th mile out there in Ventura has thrown some amazing racing for the sprint cars and the midgets over the year. Neat to hear of a guy racing here tonight from Ventura, California.
Oh yeah, Ventura is always a good race. I think it's got the host of the Turkey Night Grand Prix in the past.
Yeah, ran the Turkey Night there for a while, yeah, after Ascot folded in the late 80s. For those of you that are asking, and I know a lot of you are, the track record here in the non-wing sprint set by C.J. Leary in the 30 car back on, not January, that would be July the 20th, 2018. 12.996. Yes, we dipped him into the 12s with a 12.996 that night. That day it rained about 1.5 inches. Everybody remembers that was the first night of Indiana Sprint Week, and it rained about 1.5 inches here. Kokomo actually called the next night. They called as we were running the event here, just due to the saturation of grounds and surface. The track was very, very heavy, but not to be outdone, Plymouth Speedway threw dust at the end of the night because, well, that's what it did back then. We've got things in order. We see a lot of darker color in the surface. That's because we put a bunch of organics into this track surface in the off season. Yes, we've had a tough time today of it, a high sky, a stiff breeze, and you just can't get enough moisture into these surfaces sometimes. We hope to get some more in after hot laps and qualifying. and start to work this thing down. We'll get a racy track tonight here. We've had great racing a couple of weeks ago with the World Outlaw late models. Last week we had a $10,000 to win Super Street Stock race. Had a great service for that as well. So we do look forward to seeing exciting racing action here tonight and going forward. Race fans, don't forget the TechWork Trailer Sales UMP Modifieds are off this Saturday night, not racing on Saturday because Sunday, Father's Day, June the 20th, we've got the UMP Summer Nationals invading. Late models and modifieds here at the Plymouth Motor Speedway. Racing as part of the Hell Tour. The UMP Summer Nationals Sunday, June 20th at the Plymouth Motor Speedway. Of course, all the other 4 racing divisions in action on Saturday night. The Super Streets, the Thunder Cars, the non-wing 600 micros, and the 4-cylinder, front-wheel drive 4-cylinders. 4 division shows Saturday night, June the 19th. There goes Jaden Rogers down the front stretch, the Engler Machine and Tool sponsored race car. Watching the cars both in the previous session and that final session, the low line down through turns 3 and 4 has a good bit of moisture right down there around the bottom, and guys that are catching it early are actually pulling themselves into that infield berm, that delineation berm that we have down there. A couple of guys throwing up dust because they're simply getting on the throttle and pulling themselves forward when they haven't got around the corner quite yet. Seen a couple guys off balance during that last hot lap in qualifying session. Josh, who was fast?
All right, in session number 3, Dustining on the 2DI was your quickest car at a 14.370. Ricky Lewis was right behind him at a 14.372, so 0.02 of a second in between first and second. Jaden Rogers timed in third quick at a 14.415. Tyler Hewitt went a 14.433. He hits the invert. Adam Wiltfong went a 15.198. He timed in fifth quick.
Well, your friends here at Plymouth Motor Speedway would like to welcome the staff from South Bend Motor Speedway. Our Tarmac twins to the north, coming down to watch how we do it down here on a Wednesday night. Of course, Plymouth Motor Speedway and South Bend Motor Speedway being owned, promoted by the same management group. Kind of a neat twofer here in Northern Indiana. Glad to have solidarity in the motorsports market in the South Bend, Michiana area. Good things on hand, good things in store for racing here in Marshall County. Well, Josh, out come the Swan Lake Resort 600 Micros. First group of qualifiers here. Seeing some numbers that look familiar and some numbers that I haven't seen. There goes Parker Leak in that P1 car. Parker Leak out of Warsaw, Indiana, actually a third-generation driver. I remember his grandfather, Joe Leak, racing at Warsaw Speedway back in the, well, let's say the 1980s. Then Ryan, Parker's father, raced micros for a good number of years. Joe still races the micros every now and again, but Ryan races the micros here and there for a lot of years, but now Parker has taken over the throttle duties for the family and runs the P1. Who else is out there, Josh?
All right, we got, hold on, how many do we got on the track? So we got 7 on the track out of the 8 I have on my board. So we got Jacob Bigger in the 5J, Brad Nichols in the 37, Aiden Salisbury in the 18, 19 is Ben Peterson, Chad Hartzell in the 57, Eric Saunders in the 71, Keith Ousley in the 0, and Parker Leak in the 1. And it looks like Brad Nichols' car is not under power. All right, fastest in group number 1 is Aiden Salisbury. He went 11.378. Keith Ousley timed in second quickest at 11.382. Chad Hartzell went 11.386. Parker Leak hits the invert. He's gonna time in at 11.419. Jacob Bigger timed in 5th. Ben Peterson 6th, and Eric Saunders 7th. Bringing us to session number 2. 07 is Brenton Lamb from Warsaw, Austin Burnworth in the 06 from Warsaw, Nick Schaefer in the 6 from Granger, Scott Kirkpatrick's in the 628 from South Bend, Jason Tigner's from Cherubusco, he's in the 2T, Jack Hoyer's from Frankfurt in the 11, Kayla Cleveland's from Walkerton, she's in the 29, Cole Kirkman's in the 10, he's from Kokomo. All right, we got 8 cars, 2 quick ones. Let's see what we got. Whoa, we got a spinner in turn number 4. 06 car of Austin Burnsworth. He gets her pointed back in the right direction and $29. Kayla Cleveland's the point man this heat. We're going green with her. Coming out of turn number 4. Here we go. Fastest in session number 2 was the 10 of Cole Kirkman. He went 11.293. Jack Hoyer timed in second quickest at 11.423. Jason Tigner went 11.665. He timed in 3rd. Nick Schaefer qualified 4th. He hits the invert. He'll start on the pole for the heat race. He went 11.675. Austin Burnsworth timed in 5th. Kayla Cleveland 6th, Brenton Lamb 7th, and Scott Kirkpatrick timed in 8th. Which brings us to session number 3. 61 in is Daniel Newman from South Bend. 99X is Lane Height from Marion. Darren Nida from Adrian, Michigan's in the 7N. Trey Johnson in the Double Deuce out of Warsaw, 22. Kyle Gunkles in the 18 from North Webster. Cody Williams from Rensselaer's in the 26. Jacob Ruppy from South Bend's in the good old 1-2.
Track record on the Monster Micro track 11.071 set by Braxton Haniff. May 1st of this year, First night out for the reconfigured track, the all-time track record set by Garrett Saunders at a 9.912 back in 2018. 11.071, the track record on the track you see in front of you here and now.
Goodness, 61 to the infield right in front of that black and orange car. That's the 99 car? Yeah, that's 99 car Lane Height. That was a close call. All right, so quickest in session number 3 is Darren Nida in the 7 and he went a 10.935.
10.935. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a new track record.
Oh, yeah. Cody Williams timed in second quickest. He went 11.333. Kyle Gunkel timed in third at 11.377. Trey Johnson hit the invert. He qualified fourth. He timed in 11.395. Lane Height timed in fifth. Rupi sixth. Daniel Newman seventh. And we're missing Gunkel's time, I believe. All right, that brings us to our final session of the night for qualifying. In the 69 from Warsaw, it's Blake Lamb. 89 from Eden, Ohio's Doug Nichols. In the 1B from Warsaw, Indiana's Braxton Henneft. In the 111 from Warsaw's Joe Gregory. In the 3W from Atwood, Indiana's Dylan Woodling, the Diva. 99Es, Easton Ashbrook from Marion. In the 45 is Tyler Hartzell from Granger. 69 is the point man going green on him. He's in turn 4 right now. Next time around, your flagman John Landis will give him the green flag and turn him loose around the mini playground of power. Fastest in session number 4 is the 3W of Dylan Woodling. He went 11.152. Easton Ashbrook timed in second quickest at 11.234. Braxton Hennef timed in third quickest at 11.443. Blake Lamb hits the invert. He's going to start on the pole for the heat race. He went 11.559. Joe Gregory timed in fifth. Doug Nichols sixth. Tyler Hartzell seventh. And waiting for data, timed in 8th.
Well, that wraps up qualifying for the Swan Lake Resort 600cc micros. And ladies and gentlemen, we have...
And it's the new track record.
Darren Nida with a 10.935. 10.935. Thank you, Tom Carnegie. We're going to do a little bit of track prep here for about 10 minutes. Be back with Invocation, Anthem, and Green Flag Racing here at the Playground of Power Plymouth Speedway. Don't forget Saturday night, July the 3rd, South Bend Motor Speedway, fireworks, monster trucks, plus truck trailer race, car trailer race, pace car race, one-on-one spectator drags, lights out race. There's a ladies race, a backwards race. Are those the same thing, John? No. Don't even. No, don't. The South Bend people are here.
I'm not touching that one.
But you just did. Fox and Hound race. The action starts at 6 o'clock. Folks, this is the big one for Nights of Destruction. This is the one everybody comes to. You've got to get there earlier than what you're thinking right now. Get there a half hour before that because this place packs out.
It seriously does. It's
South Bend Motor Speedway, 6 o'clock Saturday night, July the 3rd. No coolers at this event. Race SouthBendMotorspeedway.com for all the details. Brand Roofing presents fireworks and monster trucks, plus a whole lot more Saturday night, July 3rd at the South Bend Motor Speedway.
You ever watched one of them trailer races before, Scott?
From the infield,
You're insane. I've seen those. That is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. It is just nothing but comedy. I was here, they raced them at Plymouth one night, and they had to start eventually watering the track down because they were going too fast. Somebody brought a boat, and it ended up in the middle of the backstretch.
and you just leave it.
And some crazy guy went through there with this pickup truck and ran it over. Well, he tried to run it over. It ended up going over top of him, but it's still pretty great.
Yeah, that's going to have, guaranteed that's going to have Frank Gasco have about 15 cars there and everything else. That guy goes crazy on these shows. I'll tell you what, the life of the party right there. By the way, prices on this, adults $20, kids 12 to 15, $10, 6 to 12, 5, kids 5 and under are free. Pit passes are $40, but I guarantee you the fireworks alone are going to be the best show in South Bend Saturday night, July the 3rd. The rest of it is just icing on the crazy, crazy cake that is Nights of Destruction at the South Bend Motor Speedway.
Here's a message from Cindy Elliott regarding the 6th annual Tony Elliott Foundation Charity Golf Scramble. The Tony Elliott Foundation announces a charity golf scramble to be held on September 4th, 2021 at the beautiful Stonehenge Golf Course in Winona Lake, Indiana. All proceeds will be used for the foundation's mission of financially supporting worthy recipients in the racing community. The cost is $400 per foursome and will include green fees, cart, and catered lunch. Awards will be given for first, second, and third place. Generous scramble donations have helped us aid in our goal of keeping Tony Elliott's memory alive and giving back to the racing community that he was so blessed to be a part of. My sincere hope is that you will consider honoring Tony again by being a sponsor or entering as a team to play in this event. Best regards, Cindy Elliott. Go to TonyElliottFoundation.com for more information. July racing action kicks off July 1st here at the Plymouth Motor Speedway, featuring the USAC National Sprint Cars and non-wing micros. But we're back Saturday, July the 10th with modified Super Streets, non-wing 600s, and front-wheel drives. We're back Saturday, July the 17th with modified non-wing 600 Super Streets and Thunderstocks. Saturday night, July the 24th, the NRA 360 wing sprint cars are here with the non-wing 600s and the front-wheel drives. We wrap up the month on the 31st with the modified non-wing 600s, Super Streets, and front-wheel drives. That's your July action here at Plymouth Motor Speedway.
Used to daydream in that small town. Another boring romance. town. Still hayseed enough to say, look who's in the big town. But my bed is in a small town. Oh, that's good enough for me. I was born in a small town, and I can breathe in a small town. Gonna die in a small town. Oh, that's probably where they bury me.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome back to Plymouth Speedway the 2001 and 2002 Hoosier Outlaw Sprint Series champion from South Bend, Indiana, ladies and gentlemen. Sponsored by the Wooden Indian Motel. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ron Kohler. Ron Kohler down here in the stands.
Think of the tender things that we were working on. Slow change may pull us apart. When the light gets into your heart, baby, don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. Stand above me, look my way, never love me. Rain keeps falling down, down, down. Will you recognize me? Call my name or walk on by. Rain keeps falling down, 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 down. Hey, 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 hey. Don't you try and pretend it's my feeling will win in the end. I won't harm you or touch your defenses. Vanity, insecurity. Don't you forget about me. I'll be alone, dancing, you know it, baby. Going to take you apart. I put us back together. Baby, don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. But you won't come by. Will you come running?
Can't see Whitmore without him. I don't know about it, he's busy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you would, join me in a word of prayer in tonight's national anthem.
Good seeing you, buddy. Good seeing you.
Let's pray. Father God in heaven, thank you for being with us through the week. Thank you for the beautiful weather. Thank you for the opportunity to get back together and hang out with our friends, families, and everybody here at the old racetrack once again. Lord, be with us. Give our competitors safety, crew safety as they compete tonight. be with us as we continue our week and into the weekend, Father's Day weekend coming up. Lord, bless each and every father here and abroad tonight. We ask all this in your Son's precious name. Amen. Tonight's national anthem brought to you by the President's own U.S. Marine Corps Band. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go racing!
Everybody's waiting for me to arrive.
We're pushing sprint cars off right about now. On the pole for sprint car, heat race number 1 from Crawfordsville, Indiana is the 20D of Chad Davenport. Starting alongside him in the 34 from Kokomo is Parker Fredrickson. Inside row number 2 from Indianapolis, Indiana is the 24 of Landon Simon. Starting alongside him is your fast time qualifier. Heat number 1 from Kokomo is the 02 of Brandon Long. Dave Gross from Rochester in the 37 is going to round out the field. We'll give them a couple laps here, get them formed up, and we'll be going green. Oh, yeah. Open Wheel Wednesday at the Playground of Power. Chad Davenport and Parker Fredrickson firing off the front row. Slowly into 3. They'll be firing off a 4. Green flag is out. Chad Davenport jumps out to the early lead, followed by Landon Simon. Parker Fredrickson comes out of turn 2 in 3rd, followed by your fast time qualifier, Brandon Long. They're all trying to find their mark. Landon Simon to the lead as they go into turn number 1. Comes off turn 2, slides to the high side. That's going to allow Davenport to drive back down his inside. Simon slams the door and they get in turn 3. Stands on the gas coming off turn 4. Give the lead to Landon Simon. He's checking out. Now Davenport's got the Parker Fredrickson car all over him. Fredrickson came off turn 2 high, came off turn 2 low, goes into 3 blah. Anyways, meanwhile, Parker Fredrickson's ripping the lip. Tater Chip coming out of turn 2. He's going to work the high side going into turn 3. He's trying to get around Davenport. He's going to stand on the gas. Should drive right around and right here. Give the second spot to Parker Fredrickson. Now you got Brandon Long looking down the inside of Chad Davenport. Davenport battles back on the inside. There goes Long around the outside. Looks like the outside in 3 and 4 is the place to be right now. Now Long's going to work on the back of the Fredrickson automobiles. They work down the backstretch into turn 3. He lays her in there up high, stands on the gas coming off turn 4. 2 to go. Popsicle sticks given to your leader, Landon Simon, followed by Parker Fredrickson. Brandon Long, who is bobbing and weaving coming off turn 2. He lost a lot of ground to Parker Fredrickson. Fredrickson looks like he's running down the Simon automobile. White flag, 1 to go for your leader, Landon Simon. Parker Fredrickson's running second, Long third, Davenport's running 4th. Checker flags out for your winner, Landon Simon, followed by Parker Fredrickson and Brandon Long.
Josh, one of the things I saw in that heat race was, first of all, this track is a little bit dusty, but it is smooth. Guys could run where they wanted to. Searching for grip, Parker Fredrickson ran from 4th to 2nd about 150 feet down the front stretch. Landon Simon is working his way around, trying different lines and so on. But this track is definitely smoother than what they have seen it in weeks and months and years gone by. I think we're on a good line with this racing surface.
Oh yeah, they just need to clean it off. They did a decent job so far, but it'll clean off as the night goes on. Oh yeah. Push trucks back to turn 2, and we'll get heat race number 2 out on the racetrack. On the pole for heat race number 2 from Kokomo, Indiana, tentatively is the 58 of Jamie Fredrickson. See if he gets it fixed after that contact with the turn 2 wall in qualifying. Aaron Davis is scheduled to start outside row number 1 in the 11 car from Windfall, Indiana. Cole Bodine from Rossville, Indiana starts inside row number 2 in the 57. Mario Klauser from Chatham, Illinois in the 6 car. And the 27 is Ken Dragmeister from Crown Point. 5 cars, 8 laps. Everybody transfers to tonight's A main. Doesn't look like Jamie Fredrickson is not going to make the call, doesn't look like. Hopefully he gets it fixed for the feature. Tough break for Jamie Fredrickson. Get the field formed up. Looks like it's going to be, well, I don't know how they're going to adjust the lineup. We'll see here in a second. Looks like they're going to slide the 57 up to the pole. That's Cole Bodine. He's going to start alongside Aaron Davis. Row 2 is going to be Ken Dragmeister and Mario Klauser in 1. Flags out as they fire off turn number 4. Give the lead to Cole Bodine, but Aaron Davis drives right around him as they went into turn number 1 on the top. Look at Klauser go to the bottom to go around him. Klauser from the bottom, from 3rd to the lead in 3 and 4. Give the lead to Mario Klauser. Aaron Davis is going to rip the top, try to get back around him, falls back in line. Now they're going to run the top, coming off turn number 4. As they come off turn 2, Mario Clauser's pole open up about a 2-car length advantage over Aaron Davis. Cole Bodine runs third. Ken Dragmeister runs fourth. There's no better sound than alcohol injected 410 cubic inch fire breathing monster. There goes Cole Bodine. He gets to the inside. Aaron Davis. Davis bobble coming out of turn number 2. Bodine takes over the second spot. Now he's looking for the lead as they go down into turn 1. He's going to run the bottom. Clauser's going to run the top. Clauser opens up about 3-car length advantage, but Bodine's closing the gap down the back stretch. 3 laps to go this time by. 3 to go. Now Bodine goes to the top. Let's see what he can do. He was up in the fluff there for a little bit in 1 and 2. Once he got down to the clean stuff, it fired off and went. Popsicle sticks, 2 laps to go for Mario Clauser. Cole Bodine runs second. Aaron Davis runs third. Ken Dragmeister runs fourth. White flag, 1 to go for your leader, Mario Clauser. Cole Bodine just set his fastest lap of the race as he's doing everything he can to run down the Clauser machine. But it's too little too late. Checker flag's out for the 6. Super Mario Clauser. Cole Bodine runs second. Aaron Davis third. Ken Dragmeister is going to finish fourth. Whoa! As he bounces his right rear off the turn 4 wall.
Well, Aaron Davis held the lead early in that event, and then Cole Bodine and Mario Clauser came up to challenge. Clauser ended up out in front, and once he did, he started putting his lines together and stretching out from the second place finisher, Cole Bodine. Bodine looking around here and there for grip as well. Clauser looked like he had a very good run on top end of the racetrack on both ends, down through 3 and 4, right up there in that looser, wetter material, as he makes the hard right back to the pit lane. We've got 1 more heat race to go, and then the first of 3 or 4 Swan Lake Resort 600cc micro heat races. Josh, who do we got in sprint car heat race number 3?
All right, on the pole for sprint car heat race number 3 from Marion, Indiana is a 97 of Tyler Hewitt. Starting outside the front row from Worthington, Indiana in the 14 is Jaden Rogers. Ricky Lewis, all the way from Ventura, California, starts inside row number 2 in the 3rd spot in the 11R. And your fast time qualifier starts 4th in heat number 3. Dustin Engel from Lima, Ohio. He's in the 2DI. He's in that black and purple and pink car. Oh, yeah. And Adam Wiltfong starts in row number 3 in the 45. He's from Indianapolis, Indiana. 5 cars, 8 laps. Everybody transfers to tonight's A main. Every time I see somebody walk all the way up the bleachers, I think I'm pronouncing somebody's name wrong. Turn back around there in the red shirt. Eyes forward. All 5 cars push off. Make the call for sprint car heat race number 3. Then we have 4 heats of the 600 opens, which should be very exciting. Go, indicated by your flagman John Landis. Hewitt and Rogers firing off the front row. As they idle around turn 3, they'll be standing on it coming off turn 4. Green flag's out. It's a dead heat at the line. It looks like Hewitt's going to have the lead going into turn 1. Rogers trying to fall in behind him, but he's got Lewis to his inside. Lewis is looking to get the bottom of Jaden Rogers as they go into turn 3. Rogers is going to rip the top. He's going to stand on the gas. He's going to try to drive all the way around Tyler Hewitt. He takes the lead as they go down. Nope. Yep, he did. He took the lead that time by your leader at the end of one lap is Jaden Rogers. Tyler Hewitt's battling back on the inside as they go down the backstretch into turn 3. He's going to roll the bottom. He gets in the middle, gets tight. Rogers around the top. He's clear all around. He's got 2-car length advantage over Tyler Hewitt. He's got a 2-car length, maybe 3-car length advantage over Ricky Lewis. Dustin Ingles trying to catch up as they come out of turn 4 down the front stretch. Lewis goes to the top. He's going to try to get around Tyler Hewitt. He does no crossover move. Dives to the bottom. Give the second spot to Ricky Lewis. Tyler Hewitt for the fluff as they come off turn 4. That'll cost him the second spot and all the ground. Ricky Lewis is looking good as they come off turn 2. Down the backstretch, he's going to go slider for the lead. Going to turn 3, Ricky Lewis to the lead over Jaden Rogers. That was a slick move he pulled there. Now he's going to go to the top. Stand on the gas going down the backstretch as he pulls away. Rogers back to second. I don't believe he saw that one coming. Was it 2 laps to go for your leader, Ricky Lewis, followed by Jaden Rogers, Tyler Hewitt, and Dustin Engel. White flag, 1 to go. Ricky Lewis is looking good out there, out front by about 5 car lengths over Jaden Rogers. Tyler Hewitt's got 4 in the fluff as they come out of turn 2. He dives to the bottom to block Engels' move. To retain the 3rd spot, checker flags out for your winner, Ricky Lewis. Second place, Jaden Rogers. Tyler Hewitt finishes 3rd. Dustin Engel 4th, and Adam Wilfong rounds out the top 5.
Ricky Lewis making a run up through the field in an amazing way there. Congratulations to him. Heat race winner of heat race number 3. Well, you got to see something right there at the end of lap number 4, Josh. Down in turns 3 and 4, you got to watch just how quickly Jaden Rogers was able to add up all the receipts for the cost of that race car, thought better of it, and pulled the pin, got away from the fast sliding through Ricky Lewis as that slider was headed for the fence. Ricky Lewis got it pulled around and took off with the lead. Jaden Rogers settled into second, but absolutely Ricky on the gas, picking up heat race win here in heat race number 3.
He pulled that slider from Ventura, California, I tell you. Oh, yeah. You can tell he's used to racing a little bull ring like Ventura.
They got a little bumpy across the Rockies, but there at about Nebraska, he got her settled down, and by the time he got to Plymouth, Indiana, he was clear and headed down the chute.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Micros. Looks like 4 heat races of micros. Heat run position 1. It's P1. Parker Leak out of Warsaw, Indiana. Next to him, 4-time track champion Chad Hartzell out of Granger, Indiana in the 57. Inside row number 2, the 0 out of Warsaw, it's Keith Oosley. And all the way from Colorado Springs, Colorado, the 18S is Aiden Salisbury. Jacob Bigger in the 5J car inside row number 3 next to Ben Peterson out of Peru in the 19P. 71, Eric Saunders from Lakeville, Indiana. And the 37N is Brad Nichols from South Bend. Nichols not appearing in this movie. 7 cars, 8 laps. Top 4 transfer to the A main, balance to the B main. Timing and scoring looks over one final time. Everybody good to go. Keep an eye on the outside of row number 3, that 19P car of Ben Peterson. 71, Eric Saunders working his way up through the field. Round 1, round 2. He's in the 5th position right now. One more for a transfer spot. Saunders working the top side of the racetrack. Now the 18 of Hayden Salisbury in the transfer spot. Keith Ousley ahead of him in the 0 car. Hartzell trails the P1 of Parker Leak. Parker Leak out in front of this field. Saunders getting more miles per lap than anybody here tonight. Running the top of the top of the top. Now dives back down in the fray. Salisbury goes over the back of Keith Ousley's car. That's going to give Saunders a look at the transfer spot. And indeed, he takes it. Now dumps back out of it. Eric Saunders having a little bit of trouble in the 71 car. Now 7 laps complete, and he pulls the pin on that heat race effort. Down to the checkered flag comes the P1 out of Warsaw. It's Parker Leak. Chad Hartzell runs second. Keith Ousley runs third. And Aiden Salisbury picks up the 4th and final transfer spot. So the Parker Leak Designs car number P1, sponsored by Elliott's Custom Trailer Sales and Carts, wins heat race number 1 in the Swan Lake Resort 600s. Heat race number 2 is going to line up the 6 out of Granger, Indiana. That's Nick Schaefer on the front row. Alongside him, the 2T of Jason Tigner out of Cherubusco. Frankfort, Indiana's Jack Hoyer inside the 2nd row in the 11 car. Next to him, Cole Kirkman from Kokomo in the 10. Inside row number 3, Austin Burnworth from Warsaw, Indiana. The 5-star landscaping entry, and next to him, Kayla Cleveland out of Walkerton in the GR Customs number 29.
All right.
Brenton Lamb out of Warsaw in the 07 car, and Scott Kirkpatrick from South Bend in the 628. 8 cars, 8 laps, 4 cars transfer, 4 cars to the B main. Here we go. Lap 1 goes to Schaefer as Tigner hooks the bottom. Very tight race car. That 2T loses a spot right there. Cole Kirkman out in front of Schaefer now. Cole Kirkman fully fast everywhere he runs around Central Indiana. No stranger to Plymouth Speedway. Now Jack Hoyer goes by. Kayla Cleveland spins in the inside of turn number 4. Unofficially 4 laps complete. Cole Kirkman ahead of Jack Hoyer. So your 4 transfer cars right now, Tigner in 4th. Schaefer, Hoyer, and Cole Kirkman leads the way. Kirkman and Hoyer step out on this field a little bit. 8 to 10 lengths now back to the 3rd place car of Nick Schaefer. Kirkman pacing the field, but Hoyer looks every bit as fast now. 6 laps complete. White flag flies as 7 laps go down. Kirkman's going to lead him into 3 now off of 4. Hoyer's right there. Not going to get it done. Cole Kirkman picks up heat race number 2. Give him a round of applause. The 10 car out of Kokomo, Indiana. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Cole Kirkman.
10 and 11. The rest of the you I will see in the V8. Go to Sarah.
These little cars running that infield track pull every bit the G-forces that the guys do out on the bigger track. They're closer to the flagpole technically. The inertia stuff in the center of the circle, they're tighter, and it is every bit the G-forces that the guys pull out on the big racetrack. Those cars are not as easy to drive as what these men and women make them look to be. Heat race number 3 going to line up the 22, Trey Johnson out of Warsaw, Indiana. Next to him, North Webster's Kyle Gunkel.
Go ahead, Sarah.
In the pro weight car number 18. Cody Williams out of Rensselaer, Indiana. In the 26 car, and Darren Nida from Michigan, Adrian, Michigan, in the 7N. Lane Height out of Marion, Indiana, in the 99X. In South Bend's Jacob Ruppy. Jacob Ruppy. I don't know. I've been told I say it the wrong way every time for 7 years now. Why stop now? The 61, Daniel Newman. I know that name. Newman from South Bend, Indiana. 61. Inside row number 4. Out in front, it's Trey Johnson and Kyle Gunkel bringing them to green. Here we go. Williams has trouble in the 26 car, comes to a stop at the bottom of turn 2. Nida tries to make a move on the leader, Trey Johnson. Johnson working the outside, Nida on the bottom. Nida sets it. Johnson slips across the bow just a little bit, holds the lead. 3 laps complete. Trey Johnson out of Warsaw, Indiana. A little bit of time out of the seat for this racer. Not been running regularly. Darren Nida absolutely has been one of the bright young stars of the Indiana micro scene. Kyle Gunkel in the 3rd position. Jacob Ruppy in the 12 car now holds down 4th in that white car. Cody Williams now makes his move around Height. Height's going to work again on the bottom. Cody Williams in the 5th position, trying to transfer into tonight's feature event, has 4 corners to do it now, and that's not going to make it happen. Ruppy and Williams get together. So Jacob Ruppy in the 12 car might need a push. Trey Johnson in that number 22 concept chassis. That car's been on jack stands for a year or so. Getting looked over and checked and rechecked and all that good stuff. The working life being what it is. Trey Johnson having other things going on besides getting to the racetrack has brought it back out now tonight. Look forward to seeing him and the family back in action. Trey Johnson, former winner here in 600 micro sprint action. Son of Robert Johnson of 1984 Warsaw Tigers state basketball champions. Newman and Ruppy getting very at it back there at the back of the pack. Newman goes for a slippy slide through the infield. Off of turn 4, though, no slip and slide for Trey Johnson. He slips himself a win. Trey Johnson in the 22 out of Warsaw, Indiana. Darren Knight a second. Kyle Gunkel third. And Lane Height picks up the 4th and final transfer spot. One more heat race to go. It's going to put the 69 of Blake Liam out of Warsaw, Indiana on the front row next to the 1B, Braxton Hanift, also from Warsaw. Easton Ashbrook, excuse me. Easton for my English-speaking friends. The 99E out of Marion, Indiana, alongside Dylan Woodling. Woodling also from Warsaw. In the 3W, one car 111, Joe Gregory. We've got a Joe Gregory sighting. He's also from Warsaw.
That's what I was going to ask.
Doug Nichols from Eden, Ohio. Doug Nichols did not move to Warsaw tonight. He is still from Eden, Ohio. Tyler Hartzell in the 45 car, usually piloted by Ed Cleveland. Hartzell out of Granger, Indiana. And Dion Coburn from Logansport in the 06C.
It's all Warsaw top 4 then, huh?
Warsaw. No, Easton Ashbrook is from Marion, but yeah, 4 out of the first 5, all from Warsaw, Indiana.
See if Woodling goes all the way to the top again like he did last time he was here.
Is the sun going to sit in the west tonight? Yep, looks like it is. Braxton Hanift up there, though. Brax working the top side of 3 and 4. Now here comes the action at the front of the field. Braxton Hanift right there. Look out, folks. Here comes everybody is. Oh my! Top four transfer if they make all 8 laps. Looks like Blake Lamb's had enough. As the 99 of Easton Ashbrook powers his way through the field. Now Haniff going to try to hold it on the outside, can't get it done. Ashbrook holds up the outside line just enough. That's going to curb Haniff, and Easton Ashbrook rolls into lap number 5 with the heat race lead.
Somebody's just looking for a clear lane.
Woodling to the second position now. Lap and a half to go after Ashbrook. They're both going to make the redraw. Woodling has been here very quick here every night in 2021. Your defending track champion in the Swan Lake Resort 600cc Micros. Indeed. He locks in the show and makes the redraw yet again here tonight. Your winner out of Marion, Indiana, the 99 car of Easton Ashbrook. Dylan Woodling runs second. Braxton Haniff runs third. And Doug Nichols, the 89 car, finds the fourth and final transfer spot.
Hey, Scott, Woodling went purple the last 2 laps in a row. And he went 11:05.8.
11:05.8 in race trim under race conditions.
That was faster than the old track record before it was broken tonight.
Absolutely. Well, somebody's come out to try to fire the race car off.
Yes, we're hard to go to redraw.
That's Aaron Davis' car, number 11, from Windfall, Indiana. Sounds pretty good. Dun, dun, dun.
Folks, Ricky Lewis just made his way all the way up the stairway to heaven here to let us know that he's got some T-shirts. Ricky, we're talking about this place, but why don't we ask you about it? What do you think of the place, and what does it remind you of?
It reminds me of home back at Ventura. So about the same size, dirt's kind of the same. It's got patches of moisture, and it gets real slick, and just kind of got to run right on the outside of the guys in front of you's right rear. So I mean, I love tight racing, and this place should put on a show tonight.
How many years have you been doing this, and how many years you been coming out here to the Midwest?
I still haven't ran a sprint car for a full year, but at the end of this month it'll be a full year that I've ran a sprint car. Before that I had 3 360 races back in California, but the competition's, hate to say, but it's just not the same as it is out here. Everyone's good no matter where you go. You think you can go somewhere and win, and then 7, 8 other guys that are really, really good that can win a national show at any night will show up. So, like I said, I love this tight racing, and I think you fans will enjoy it tonight.
Absolutely, got T-shirts down there for sale. What are your sizes? What are your prices, and all that good stuff?
Well, since I'm up here, I'll go ahead and do $5 off on whatever T-shirts you want. Let them know what sizes you want, and we got them all the way from youth small to 4X, I believe. So. T-shirts they really help me get up and down the road, and I appreciate all the tracks that let me sell them here. And it's really cool to see good race fans and having racing shirts on. I don't even care if they're other people's shirts, as long as they got racing shirts on. They're my kind of people. So And they're featuring my dog, my Australian Shepherd. So the dog's on the T-shirts.
Now, when you pulled that slider on Jaden Lewis down here in 3 and 4, was it just one of those things that you showed up on it and it's like, boom, I got to take it right now, or were you sizing it up? How did that work?
On these tight racetracks, you kind of just got to go when the time's right. And he had ran the bottom 3 laps in a row, and he moved up right there. And it was just like, now or never, because I figured he'd get back down to the bottom. And when it's narrow like this, I mean, the racetrack's only halfway up the racetrack right now, so when it's narrow like this, it's kind of tough to drive around somebody, and they have to be really, really on the bottom. But if they miss it a little bit, they'll slide up in front of you, and it's tricky. But like I said, I love it, and I don't have the biggest motor in the field, so these kind of racetracks really kind of suit, my operation a little bit.
You have a good night here tonight. You going to come back July 1st for the USAC show?
Probably. Is it a midweek show?
It's a Thursday night show, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be here.
There we go. We got our first car guaranteed. Well, yeah, for the show down there, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ricky Lewis out of Ventura, California. Thanks a lot, Ricky. We'll see you later. Well, we're doing a little bit more track prep. I know Josh Cook has already rambled his butt down to get his T-shirt from the Ricky Lewis collection down here underneath the grandstands. There he goes. Ricky Lewis himself heads down right now. Like he said, $5 off on the Ricky Lewis racing T-shirts. $5 off. Got his Australian Shepherd Miles on there as well. A lot of other good things. Racing shirts. They just speak a language all their own. Of course, don't forget all the Plymouth Speedway merchandise on sale as well. Lots of good stuff here at the Playground of Power, Plymouth Motor Speedway.
August racing action here at the Plymouth Motor Speedway kicks off on the 7th with the mods, the non-wing 600s, the Thunderstocks, and the front-wheel drives. The following day, Sunday, August the 8th, the karts, mini wedges, and racing lawnmowers back in action. We wrap up the final points night of the season, Saturday, August the 14th, the season champions for all 5 divisions. That's the modified, super streets, thunder cars, front-wheel drive, and non-wing 600s. Karts, mini wedges, and racing lawnmowers again on Sunday, August the 15th. The following Saturday night, August the 21st, the Flow Racing All-Star Circuit of Champions. 410 wing sprint cars and Thunderstocks in action. Saturday night, August the 21st, the Flow Racing All-Star Circuit of Champions featuring 410 wing sprints and Thunderstocks in action here at the Plymouth Speedway. The following day, Sunday, August the 22nd, the Kenny Wallace Dirt Racing Experience. Your chance to get in a race car for laps around the Plymouth Motor Speedway. Contact dirtracewithkenny.com for all the events information and news. Saturday, August the 28th, Crash Fest Night of Destruction here at the Motor Speedway. And the final night of the season, Saturday, September 11th, the Monster Truck Throwdown. Brand Roofing in Lakeville, Indiana has been around for over 30 years. Brand Roofing installs, repairs, and maintains asphalt shingles, commercial roofing, and flat roofs. Give them a call at 574-298-5124. Brand Roofing, big enough to take care of you, small enough to care. Techwork Trailer Sales, 2500 South Napanee Street in Elkhart. Since 1989, Techwork Trailer Sales has been your go-to source for Team Spirit, SureTrack, Rance Aluminum, Pace American, and Interstate 1 trailers. Don't forget, Techwork Trailer Sales is your local connection for Cruise America RV rentals. Give them a call at 574-294-7200 or stop by. Talk to Jeff Lee in sales at Techwork Trailer Sales in Elkhart. Techwork Trailer Sales, proud sponsor of the UMP Modifieds here at the Plymouth Motor Speedway. The Rochester Meat and Deli, located at 901 East 9th Street in Rochester, Indiana, by the light across from the golf course. Been family owned for 30 years. Have daily lunch specials and over 60 flavors of bratwurst. You got to stop by and try the Rochester Meat and Deli, 901 East 9th Street in Rochester. Here's a message from Cindy Elliott regarding the 6th annual Tony Elliott Foundation Charity Golf Scramble. The Tony Elliott Foundation announces a charity golf scramble to be held on September 4th, 2021 at the beautiful Stonehenge Golf Course in Winona Lake, Indiana. All proceeds will be used for the foundation's mission of financially supporting worthy recipients in the racing community. The cost is $400 per foursome and will include green fees, cart, and catered lunch. Awards will be given for first, second, and third place. Generous scramble donations have helped us aid in our goal of keeping Tony Elliott's memory alive and giving back to the racing community that he was so blessed to be a part of. My sincere hope is that you will consider honoring Tony again by being a sponsor or entering as a team to play in this event. Best regards, Cindy Elliott. Go to TonyElliottFoundation.com for more information.
race fans, don't forget, down here toward the turn 4 side is where the beer garden is. You're 21 with ID, we'll get you a wristband. Got good prices on good selections of alcoholic beverages. We ask that you drink responsibly, but doggone it, have a good time. That's what we're here at Plymouth Speedway to do, is have a good time and enjoy life a little bit, do a little bit of relaxing, pick up somebody's ketchup wrapper. But we do appreciate each and every one of you out here on a Wednesday night at the Plymouth Motor Speedway.
She named me Dale, Darrell, Waltrip, Richard, Petty, Rusty, Awesome Bill, Irvin, Gordon, Earnhardt, Smith, Johnson, Jr. I guess you could say Mama was a NASCAR fan. I was born in Talladega up in the stands. The fans all cheered the second I arrived. The loudspeaker said the boy's born to drive. We didn't have money for a pacifier, so I sucked on the valve off a Goodyear tire. A 7-pound, 8-ounce son of the South, born with a taste for racing in my mouth. She named me Dale, Darrell, Waltrip, Richard, Petty, Rusty, Awesome Bill, Irvin, Gordon, Earnhardt, Smith, Johnson, Jr. I got my first real stock car when I was 9. I know when Mama bought off of Jeff Bodine. The Winston Cup people said the boy's too young till I qualified second at Darlington. How in the world could a 9-year-old child hit 197 in a time trial? The man said, Mama ought to be ashamed. But by the way, son, tell us what's your name. I told him Dale, Darrell, Walter, Richard, Petty, Rusty, Awesome Bill, Irvin, Gordon, Earnhardt, Smith, Johnson, Jr. Yeah.
On the pole for your 600 Open B feature, top 4 transferred to the A main. On the pole is the 5J Jacob Bigger. Austin Burnsworth from Warsaw, no 06 starts outside of him. Inside row number 2 is the 12 of Jacob Ruby from South Bend. 111 Joseph Gregory from Warsaw. 19P is Ben Peterson. 07 is Brenton Lamb. Dan Newman's in the 61, Tyler Hartzell's in the 45, Eric Saunders in the 71, 628 Scott Kirkpatrick, 26 is Cody Williams, 37 Brad Nichols, 29 Kayla Cleveland, 69 Blake Lamb, 06C Dion Colburn. Green flag is out and we're off. Looks like the 06 car Austin Burnsworth is out to the early lead, followed by the 6 of Jacob Bigger. Rupee runs 3rd, Peterson 4th, Gregory 5th. Rupee to the top, rips the top right around the outside of Bigger. He takes over the 2nd position. Everybody needs to watch the 29 car, the 26 car. Yellow flags out, yellow, yellow, yellow. Dan Newman, turn number 1. All right, Cody Williams in the 26 is up to 9th. He started toward the back. He'll be the car to watch as he makes his way to the front. He's coming off turn number 4. He's the black car with the purple, kind of a burnt orange number 26. He's a very fast, multi-time feature winner here at the Playground of Power, the Plymouth Speedway. We're going to do a regular double file restart for the 600s tonight. That puts Rupee on the outside of Barnsworth. We're going to be in Barnsworth on the front row. Bigger and Peterson, row number 2. Gregory and Lamb, row number 3. And they fire off turn number 4, and it's going to be Rupee, it looks like, to the outside with the lead coming off turn number 2. Down the back stretch into turn number 3. As they come off turn number 4, new leader 12, Jacob Rupee. He puts Barnsworth back to 2nd, Peterson 3rd, Bigger 4th, Brenton Lamb 5th. Cody Williams is just looking for a spot to get through. He's back about 10th. Now he goes to the outside of the 628 car. He makes a pass for position. Now he falls in behind the 45 of Tyler Hartzell, who pulls to the inside. He rips the top right around Hartzell as they come off turn 2 down the backstretch. He's got to pick up 2 more cars to transfer to the feature. Caution's out, caution's out. Four cars transferred to the A main. Right now, your transfer cars are Rupee, Burnsworth, Peterson, and Brendan Lamb. Bigger's out, Gregory's out, Tyler Hartzell's out, Cody Williams out, Kirkpatrick's out, Blake Lamb's out, Eric Saunders out. 5 laps down, 7 to go. Rupee and Barnsworth on the front row. Peterson and Lamb bringing them down. And they fire off turn number 4. Rupee drives away into the lead. He's clear by a car and a half as they come out of turn 2 down the backstretch. Barnsworth falls into second. He's clear all around. Looks like Lamb is running 4th. And now he's running 6th. Wow, tough break for Brendan Lamb. He went from 4th to 6th in turn 4. Cody Williams is 1 spot out from a transfer. Oh, Tyler Hartzell drives it in deep, gets into the back of the 26 and goes through the spin cycle in turn 3 and 4. Ooh. Had a couple of incidents. Got a car around in turn 1 and one around in turn 4. We have a 2-spin rule at the Plymouth Speedway. You spin or bring out the yellow twice. It's time for you to call it a night, buddy. All right, so they're calling the yellow on the 61. That means the 45 and the 26 get their spot back in the 07. It's going to look like here. All right, going green this time by your leader still Jacob Rupee. Follow alongside him is Austin Burnsworth, Ben Peterson, and Jacob Bigger. Row 2. Inside fire off turn number 4. Rupee's out to a car length advantage. Looks like Peterson's going to run the bottom. Whoa, we got 2 together in turn 1 and 2. They're off in the berm on the big track. That's the 06 is one of them. That is Austin Burnsworth. The other car appeared to be the 19 of Peterson. Called the caution for the 19. He goes to the tail. Move the line up. And we're green. Once again, Rupee fires off turn number 4 with a pretty substantial lead going into turn 1. Coming off turn 2, he's got, call it 1 car. The 111, Joe Gregory, runs in the 3rd spot for the time being. Cody Williams works to his bottom, and the 5 at Bigger works to the top of him. Cody Williams is trying to get that final spot to transfer into the A feature. He moves his way into the 4th spot. Now he's going to start working on the 111. And Joe Gregory as they come out of turn 2 down the backstretch into 3. Sticks his nose in there. Gregory goes high. Williams at the bottom. Drives off the bottom. Give Williams the 3rd spot. Looks like the 45 car Tyler Hartzell pulls off to the infield. Tough break for him. His night ends early. Your leader is still Jacob Rupe. He's got about a 4 or 5 car length lead over Austin Barnsworth. Cody Williams runs third. Joe Gregory fourth. Those are the transfer cars. Jacob Bigger runs fifth. Brenton Lamb. Eric Saunders from the tail runs seventh. Whoa, my goodness. Eric Saunders is getting him some as they come off turn 2 down the backstretch. He's one spot out looking in right now. And the 06 car loses power going down the front stretch. 06 car loses power. That's Austin Barnsworth. Tough break for him. That's going to bring out the yellow. And the announcer was caught not paying attention, and the race is over. Okay, so your transfers from the B main are the 12 of Jacob Rupe, the 26 of Cody Williams, Austin Barnsworth in the 06. Even though he lost power, he crossed the line before everybody else did. He finishes third. Jacob Bigger finishes fourth. Those are your transfers. First car out is Eric Saunders, Joe Gregory, Brenton Lamb, Kayla Cleveland, Ben Peterson came back from the tail up to finish ninth, and Dion Colburn rounds out the top 10.
What you can find. If a daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. If a daddy's poor, just do what you feel. Speed along the lane, you go down or a turn of 25. When the sun goes down, you can make it good and live by. When I grab people, when I daddy, when I mean, we love everybody, but we do as we please. When the weather's fine, we go fishing or go sailing in the sea. We're always happy, lives we're living, yeah, that's our philosophy. Sing along with us, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, da-da-da-da-da, yeah, we're happy, da-da-da, dee-da-da-dee-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, right on, da-da-da-da-da, all right. Summertime and we'll sing again. We go driving or maybe we'll settle down. If she's rich, if she's nice, bring your friends and we'll all go into town. Women on your mind. Have a drink, have a drive, go out and see what you can find. If a daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. If a daddy's poor, just do what you feel. Speed along the lane, you go down or a turn of 25. When the sun goes down, you can make it good and live by. When I grab people, when I daddy, when I mean, we love everybody, but we do as we please. When the weather's fine, we go fishing or go sailing in the sea. We're always happy, lives we're living, yeah, that's our philosophy. Sing along with us, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, da-da-da-da-da, yeah, we're happy, da-da-da, dee-da-da-da.
tonight's racing action brought to you by Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts over in Warsaw, Indiana. Located at 3955 Corridor Drive. Give them a call for your next custom trailer, toter home, motor coach, golf cart. Let's see, they are dealers for Intech Trailer United, Featherlight, ATC, Legend, Illumitech, Hallmark. They're also an E-Z-Go dealership in the golf cart side of life. Proud to carry a large selection of new and pre-owned inventory. When you're ready to invest in a new trailer, let them know. Their friendly and knowledgeable sales, financing, service, and parts department are prepared to make sure your experience is an outstanding one, from assisting to making your choice to ongoing maintenance, customization, all that good stuff. They'll also help you when it's time to get out of that trailer and move on to your next one. They're an absolutely top-notch place. They've worked racing and motorsports from the inside out for a long, long time. Being in and out of trailers for a lot of years, those guys over there know exactly what racers need, what people need, things you might not even think about, that they're going to go, hey, have you ever thought about doing this or doing that? And they're going to go, here's why you might want to think about doing that, and they'll absolutely put you in the right piece of equipment for whatever your needs are. Be sure to stop by over there, Warsaw, Indiana, out on the east side of town, over there at the stoplight out there on the east end of town. It's 3955 Corridor Drive, Elliott'sCustomTrailers.com. Be sure to check them out. Let them know you appreciate them sponsoring racing. Of course, they've been around it for a long, long time. Cindy and Jim, the crew over there, do an awesome job, and we sure do appreciate them coming on board tonight for Open Wheel Wednesday here at the Plymouth Motor Speedway.
Here's a message from Cindy Elliott regarding the 6th annual Tony Elliott Foundation Charity Golf Scramble. The Tony Elliott Foundation announces a charity golf scramble to be held on September 4th, 2021 at the beautiful Stonehenge Golf Course in Winona Lake, Indiana. All proceeds will be used for the foundation's mission of financially supporting worthy recipients in the racing community. The cost is $400 per foursome and will include green fees, cart, and catered lunch. Awards will be given for first, second, and third place. Generous scramble donations have helped us aid in our goal of keeping Tony Elliott's memory alive and giving back to the racing community that he was so blessed to be a part of. My sincere hope is that you will consider honoring Tony again by being a sponsor or entering as a team to play in this event. Best regards, Cindy Elliott. Go to TonyElliottFoundation.com for more information.
WTCA 1050 AM and 106 FM here in Plymouth is a sponsor of the WTCA Super Streets at the Plymouth Speedway. WTCA 1050 AM and 106.1 FM is the Plymouth area's source for news, sports, weather, and community information, as well as the best mix of classic music. Visit www.am1050.com to see everything that WTCA is doing in the Plymouth community. There's also a listen live feature to catch WTCA anywhere in the world. A little slice of home anywhere you go. WTCA, the best of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Ozinga, a solid name in concrete. Through 4 generations and over 80 years, the Ozinga name has been established in the ready-mix concrete industry as a symbol of high quality and unparalleled service at a competitive price. Since 1952, Ozinga has faithfully met the needs of builders throughout Illinois, Indiana, and Michigan, holding to their long-standing commitment to provide top-quality concrete building materials at a fair price. Today, Ozinga provides ready-mix concrete, decorative concrete supplies, and bulk materials while offering transportation services through an extensive network of truck, rail, barge, and ship terminals. Perhaps best recognized for the red and white striped concrete mixer truck, Ozinga is proud to be an American-owned family business serving the Chicagoland metropolitan area and beyond, with area locations here in Plymouth as well as Bremen, Napanee, Warsaw, Knox, Crown Point, Cedar Lake, Valparaiso, and Westville. Ozinga Concrete is right where you need them to be. Visit www.ozinga.com for a complete list of services and tools to help you, including concrete calculators and guidelines, materials list, mix applications, and much, much more. Ozinga, you were born to build.
All right, everybody. Don't forget to go down to the concession stand. They have elephant ears tonight. I love me some elephant ears. Oh, yeah. Also, the pork tenderloin is fat guy tested, fat guy approved. Yes, it is. All right, so this Saturday night at the Plymouth Speedway, we have Super Streets, Thunder Stocks, 4 cylinders, and the 600s you see here tonight. And this Sunday at the Playground of Power, the Plymouth Speedway, it's the UMP Summer Nationals. That's right, the Hell Tour is in town. UMP late models and mods.
Josh, why is it called the Hill Tour?
I'm not exactly sure the numbers this year, but it's like 30, 32 races in 35 days or something like that. And it starts in the middle of June and ends in the middle of July when it's hotter than the blazes of hell. Hence, Hell Tour. Hell Tour 2021 comes to the Plymouth Speedway this Sunday. Oh yeah, get you some of that. All right, we just about got all the 410 sprint cars pushed off. They're gonna run around here a handful of times, pack the track in, work the moisture into the playground of power so they can put on one of the baddest shows in Indiana. Well, the baddest show in Indiana tonight anyways. Oh yeah.
All right, scheduled to start all alone back in row number 8, the 45 out of Indianapolis, Indiana. It's Adam Wilfong. Row 7, the car 37 out of, well, he's not out of Rochester. David Gross from Talma, the Talma Tornado. Dave Gross in the 37, alongside him the 58 from Kokomo, Jamie Fredrickson. In the 58. Inside row number 6, the 27 out of Crown Point, Indiana, is Ken Drangmeister, and with him the 2DI, Dustin Engel from Lima, Ohio. Tyler Hewitt in the 97 car out of Marion, Indiana, inside row number 5. Next to him, the 20D of Chad Davenport from Crawfordsville. Row 4, the 02 car, Brandon Long from Kokomo, Indiana, and alongside him the 11 of Aaron Davis from Windfall. Row 3, Parker Fredrickson from Kokomo, Indiana in the 34, and Landon Simon from Indianapolis in the 24. Row 2, the 11R of Ricky Lewis from Ventura, California, and Mario Clauser, your 2 heat race winners, start in row number 2. And on the front row, the 14 out of Worthington, Indiana, it's Jaden Rogers, and the 57 out of Rossville, it's Cole Bodine. Last of the cars fire off. We'll turn them loose for 25 green flag laps of racing. The Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts Wednesday night racing here at the Plymouth Motor Speedway. Open wheel Wednesday action. '14 of Jaden Rogers down at the infield. Looks like the 14 of Jaden Rogers, your pole-sitting car, is going on the hook. Steering apparently is busted in the 14 car, the Engler Machine and Tool car out of Worthington, Indiana. So the Superior Sales and Service tow truck has your pole sitting car on the hook. Superior Sales and Service, Indiana's largest exclusive Toro dealer down in Rensselaer, Indiana. There you see the link radius rod broken on the bottom of the race car, dragging around there. Wow. Well, that's going to pull the 11R car of Ricky Lewis, I believe, up to the pole position. Move the inside row forward.
Yeah, right front lower radius rod even. How does something like that happen?
Boy, Josh, I didn't see it. Don't remember him having any real issues in the heat race even. I don't think he banged wheels with anybody, but maybe something happened out there during warm-ups, or
sometimes things just happen, apparently.
Indeed. Here comes the 57 of Cole Bodine. The Driven to Save Lives car makes his way to the outside of row number 1. Ricky Lewis finding his way to the pole. Looks like they might have got the radius rod changed on the pole sitting car of Jaden Rogers. Let's see what happens. There it is. Jaden Rogers looks to be back in action.
Well, it's got a good crew can replace the front end, the entire front end of one of them cars in about 2 minutes. I've seen it happen on more than one occasion, so you must have a pretty decent crew.
Radius rod not going to take too awful much. Hopefully they had one laying there already squared up and good to go. Measured up to slap it in, because indeed Jaden Rogers fires it up, checks it out back there. And I believe he could return to his pole position. Indeed, he will get his spot back. Going to have to go up there and negotiate with Ricky Lewis a little bit. Lewis doesn't look like he's exactly going to back out of that pole position spot. But that's why they're racers.
He pulls another Ventura slider. I don't think it'll matter too much.
That's true. That's true. And yeah, that just happened. Rogers sends it off into turn 1. Cole Bodine goes high. Ricky Lewis slips and slides around into third, now up to second. Lewis trying to make the move around the bottom. Lewis wasting no time going to the front of the field. Jaden Rogers and Ricky Lewis down into turn number 1. Rogers drifts high. Lewis finds his way all the way to the number 1 spot. Field settles down now. Car drifts very high off of turn number 2. Back into the action they go. Lewis now working his way to the bottom of turns 3 and 4. Runs back to the middle and top of 1 and 2. Dave Gross ahead of him. First car to go a lap down. Lewis, Rogers, and Cole Bodine, your top 3. Rogers getting a ton of bite on that big right rear tire. Drives right up behind your race leader. The battle's in turns 1 and 2. Now down the backstretch they go. Rogers having a very racy line off of turn number 2. If he can pull the trigger, that's where it's going to be. Watch Rogers as he sets up into turns 1 and 2. Down around the bottom. Right about there, he tries to find bite. Can't get it done this time. Lewis escapes turn 2 with the lead. Now lap traffic starts to get in the way of the 27 of Drangmeister. Rogers now right there on the left rear tire. Leaders Ricky Lewis. Rogers blows 1 and 2, goes high. Lewis able to get away just a little bit. Rogers pulls it back in turns 3 and 4. Going to be in lap traffic for the next few circuits. Quickly, halfway done. Ricky Lewis. Jaden Rogers not giving up on it. 3, 4, 5 lengths behind, then quickly closes back up. Right there, that's the fastest spot. Jaden Rogers is faster there than any other spot on the racetrack. Right there by the track exit to the K&N scoreboard sign. He's getting through that part of the track better than anybody else right now. Again, Lewis holds on to the lead, but not by much. This time lap cars high. Lewis going to shoot down the backstretch. There he goes. He's trying to get side by side. Can't quite get it done. Leader Lewis tips it way over on the right rear tire off of turn 4. Pinches the lead down. Now Lewis and Rogers down the backstretch again. Lap 17 complete. 18 this time by, just like that. Lewis pinched off by the slower car. The Aaron Davis car, number 11. That's going to change the dynamic of this lap a little bit. Lewis trying to keep the car freed up. Rogers right there off of 2. Again in lockstep. 19 laps complete. 5 laps to go this time by. Your your third place is the 6 of Clouser. There goes Rogers. Rogers goes around your leader now. Lewis pulls back to the inside. Lewis not to be denied off of turn number 4. These guys were hammer and tong in the heat race. Right back at it in the feature. Ladies and gentlemen, both of these cars doing everything they can. Now Rogers throws a high hard one at Lewis. 22 laps complete. Coming down to 2 laps to go. Rogers now going to have to fight with lap traffic. Lap traffic high, lap traffic low. Lewis right in his hip pocket. Here comes decision time. White flag flies over your leader, Jaden Rogers. Rogers forces his way through the lap traffic, pins Lewis behind it. Lewis going to make one more try down the backstretch. Drangmeister, Gross, both lap cars now off of 4. Lewis throws it all at Rogers, but it ain't enough.
Rogers throws the needle for the win.
So your third place finisher, the car number 6 of Mario Clouser. Runner up, the 11R of Ricky Lewis, and the winner from the pole, but he didn't quite make it look that easy. The 14 out of Worthington, Indiana, it's Jaden Rogers.
Yeah, Scott, he definitely threaded the needle there going into one on the last lap for the win. That's what got it for him.
Race fans, how do you win at Plymouth? You take the 14 all the way to victory lane. Ladies and gentlemen, Jaden Rogers. How about a round of applause for your second place finisher? Ladies and gentlemen, he's got his helmet off, the 11R of Ricky Lewis. Give that guy a round of applause. And your third place finisher, Mario Clouser in the 6 car. How about it for Mario? All right. Caitlin's down there with trophies and all that good stuff. We'll turn it over to her. I think you've got it very excited. Top 2, if not top 3. Mario had a good look at that, but those guys were at it every lap of the way. Caitlin, go ahead and take it away.
All right, I'm going to come down here to Mario first. Yeah. See, I went there. You're fine. Sorry. No, you're fine. Take your time. All right, great run from the top 3 out there. It was a very exciting race between the 3 of you. What can you tell us about your run, and who do you have to thank today?
It was tricky out there tonight. It was early, the sun coming off of 4 made it really hard to see. So once the race kind of wore on, I really thought we'd catch a yellow there and maybe have a shot at those guys, but everyone stayed clean and we didn't get a chance at it. So got to thank Chuck and Fred. Chuck made it out tonight. Wish we would be up there on the front, but third place isn't anything to hang our heads about. So thanks to Yokohama Tires, my mom and dad, and Brian for all his help.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, guys, let's hear it for Ricky Lewis. He did everything he could to hold on to that. It was a phenomenal run between the 2 of them up front. What can you tell us about that race?
You know, it's fun. I mean, me and Jaden are both young, and we'll probably be doing this a long time, so I'm sure we'll race together a bunch. And that was hard racing. I mean, I know he probably didn't mean to get into me over there, and I definitely ran him hard over here getting into 3. So, but I respect him a lot. He's a good race car driver and came a long way. And But this racetrack was awesome. It reminds me of Ventura Raceway, where I grew up. Man, I definitely hate to see that one get away from me, but you know, I definitely probably left it open. I was trying to be patient with the lap cars and not, you know, I tend to step on it quite a bit, so I was trying not to do that. But yeah, this car was good. I got to thank Alan for coming out and Dave Stensland. This is a Dave Stensland motor, and it rips, man. I got to thank my buddy Dave and Derek and Caleb for coming out. Again, guys, T-shirts $5 off tonight. I know that there's not a lot of you, but you know, that definitely helps me get up and down the road. And got to thank the Beautiful Foundation for sticking with me, and Gentleman Sport Fishing, Physic and Medicine Consultant, Jonah Skate Spot and Country, and Fast Time Designs for those awesome designs of the T-shirts. So look forward to coming back here for the USAC race. Hate to see that one get away from me.
All right, well, congratulations and great run.
All right, can I
All right, Jaden. Incredible run out there. You definitely gave it your all. You pushed hard. You came back with the win. What can you tell us about that race? Because from standing up there, it was really exciting to watch.
Yeah, the racetrack really came in and it got racy. So just thanks to the England Machine Tool, Jace Kiefer Racing, Simpson, TSR, CSI Shire. This car was amazing, and I had a good time racing with Ricky, and sorry I got on into him, but it's what it is, and great racetrack.
All right, well, congratulations on your run, and that was amazing to watch.
Thank you.
So a great night of racing with the non-wing sprint cars. Folks, how many people think they want to come back for the USAC Sprint Show in a couple of weeks? I sure hope you do. If that's any clue as to what we're going to see when the AMSOIL sprint cars come to town, all the big name cars and stars are racing out in Pennsylvania tonight. And a lot of those renegades, guys like Thomas Meserol and that whole crowd. What do you think, Josh? You think Team Mez will like this joint?
Team Mez likes any track that's got any kind of a top on it. Oh, yeah. I don't know. The last time I went to Kokomo, I was pretty mad. I did not go to Kokomo to watch Meserol run the bottom, and he ran the bottom like he's Shane Cottle. I felt kind of ripped off a little bit.
You didn't get your money back, though, did you?
I didn't go see him to get my $5 back from him, no.
No.
Absolutely.
Nikki Lynn Loy. Nikki Lynn Loy. We found it. We got it. It'll be in the office. Nikki Lynn Loy. We got it. We found it. It'll be in the office. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
All right, we're going to push the sprint cars off and get down to business with the huge field of 600 opens. Half off all food at the main concession, half off all food at the main concession. All right, starting out back in the 20th spot in the 5J, your last transfer from the B feature is Jacob Bigger. Starting inside, row number 10 next to him from Warsaw, Indiana's 06 Austin Burnsworth. Cody Williams coming from the back of the B main to finish second in the B main, transfers to the A main in the 26 from Rensselaer. That's Cody Williams. Jacob Rupi wins the B main. He starts inside row number 9. Starting outside row number 8 from Eden, Ohio is the 89 of Doug Nichols. Starting inside next to him from Marion, Indiana's Lane Height in the 99X. Austin Tigners from Cherubusco in the 2T. He starts outside row number 7 alongside him from Colorado Springs, Colorado's Aiden Salisbury in the 18S. Braxton Hanif from Warsaw, Indiana's in the 1B. He starts outside row number 6 alongside him from North Webster, Indiana's the 18 of Kyle Gunkel. Row number 5, starting outside row number 5, in the 6 cars, Nick Schaefer from Granger. Starting next to him is a 0 of Keith Ousley from Warsaw. The Diva Dylan Woodling starts 8th in the 3W from Warsaw. Starting next to him is Cole Kirkman from Kokomo in the 10. Both those guys coming from the 4th row should be pretty good. I think I better hurry the heck up. Jack Hoyer's in the 11. He's on the pole. Easton Ashbrooks on the outside of the front row. And it looks like, here we go, green flag around our way. Jack Hoyer jumps out to the early lead over Easton Ashbrook. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Got one on the infield. All right. Now I can continue where I was. Starting outside row number 3 is Darren Nida from Adrian, Michigan in the 7N. Parker Leaks from Warsaw. He's in the P1, starting in the 5th spot. Starting 4th from Warsaw is the 22, Trey Johnson. Chad Hartzell's from Granger. He's in the 57. He starts 3rd. As I said, Easton Ashbrook from Marion is in the 990. He's on the outside of the front row. And your pole sitter from Frankfort, Indiana's Jack Hoyer. Got Hoyer and Eastbrook on the front row. Ashbrook. Easton Ashbrook. Wow. Easton Ashbrook on the front. Okay. Hartzell and Trey Johnson in row number 2. Leak and Nida in row number 3. Once again, half off all food at the main concession. Half off all food at the main concession. All right, 20 laps. Green flag racing in 1. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Playground of Power, the Plymouth Speedway brings to you our 600 Open feature event. Jack Hoyer and Easton Ashbrook, bring them down. It's showtime at the Playground of Power. Ashbrook goes into turn number 1, stands on the gas, drives right around Hoyer as they come off turn 2 down the backstretch. Trey Johnson falls into the 2nd spot. Looks like the 7 car, that's Nida, falls into 3rd. Woodling's all the way up to 5th already. Hartzell started 3rd. He's back to 6th. He's having a bad go of things so far. As they complete lap number 2. Your top 3 are all ripping the lip, Tater Chip. The first car to step out of line is Darren Nida. He drops to the bottom of Trey Johnson as they come out of turn 2. Johnson runs the outside. Here comes Woodling to the bottom. The Diva from Atwood is looking to get the 4th spot from Nida. He tries to the inside as they come off turn 2 down the backstretch. See if he's got enough drive. He does not. Johnson to the bottom. Now Nida goes to the top. Woodling backs it in, drops to the bottom. He drives a loop. He's going to try to pull the slider. Too little, too late. And 3rd, 4th, and 5th run the same. Now their fence post formations, they go into 3, come off 4, and they all fan out from the top to the bottom. Nida looks to make the pass on Trey Johnson for the 3rd spot. Johnson back to 4th. Now Woodling's going to work on him. Johnson's going to run the bottom. Woodling's going to rip the top. Try to go right around him. And we got the 2 car to the inside. 2 car off to the inside. That's Jason Tigner in the 2T. Along with the 1 car, Parker Leaks off the racetrack as well. All right, looks like we can get Jason Tigner to the tail. Not sure what exactly happened, but he's back under power. He'll tag the tail. We'll get the lineup straightened out, and we'll get back to green flag racing. And FYI, the Diva Dylan Woodling just set the fastest lap of the race that last time by at, wait a minute, that's not correct. Never mind. I don't think he ran a 2.5 second lap time. Just saying. That would definitely be a track record. of sorts. All right, we double them up. Easton Ashbrook and Jack Hoyer. Darren Nida, Trey Johnson, Dylan Woodling, Chad Hartzell. As Ashbrook and Hoyer fire off turn number 4, green flag. Ashbrook fires off turn 4 on the bottom, drives to the top. He's got about half a car length advantage. Whoa, we got a big melee back in the field. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Appears to be the Rupee car. And is that the... Looks like the team car to your leader.
The one.
That's Lane Height, I believe, from Marion. Yeah, Lane Height. Easton Ashbrook's teammate, has to be. Cars look identical, has to be.
Josh, I was watching that. He got in there a little bit too hard and got the car over-rotated. Ruppy didn't have anywhere to go, kind of got into the back of him a little bit. Both cars should be able to continue without incident, but yeah, just one of them things.
Oh, yeah, they both tagged the tail, and we're going to go green in 1. Next time, this time, going green. That's right. That's right. Just for you, buddy. Ashbrook and Hoyer. Nida and Johnson. Green flag and underway. Oh, this time Hoyer's going to pull the slider going into 1. What's going to happen coming out turn 2? New leader Jack Hoyer's going to go down into turn 3. Ashbrook dives into the bottom. They make contact. He washes up the track. That's going to let Nida get to his inside. Nida to P2. Ashbrook back to P3. Here comes the Diva Dylan Woodling ripping the top around the top of Trey Johnson in 22. Man, they are fighting tooth and claw back in the pack there. My goodness, here comes the 1A of Braxton Hanna. He's throwing his hat in the mix. Trey Johnson down to the bottom. Whoa, mama goodness. Looks like the 0 car spun out. All I see, look over and see is he's pulling a wheelie through the infield. Not good.
Nick Schaefer there a lap or so ago got lost power coming off of turn 2. He's parked it right there. Now Keith Ousley, the 0 car, going to find his way to the back of the line. Ousley out of Warsaw, the Heritage Monument Special.
Well, he wins the wheelie competition for today.
Had her way up there, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He's doing his best impression of Meserol and Baloo. And a certain guy called Shane Cottle, he likes to pull wheelies too. All right, so we got, what do we got? Wait a minute. Yeah, we got Hoyer and Nida on the front row. Ashbrook and Woodling on row 2. Johnson and Kirkman on row 3. Hartzell got shuffled back on that last restart, it looks like. He went from 6th to 9th. 9 down, 11 to go. So we're not even halfway through this. This is a good race. I'm excited. Here we go, Hoyer and Nida. Hoyer fires off turn number 4. He's clear by about a half a car length as they go down into 1. Here comes Ashbrook to the inside. Woodling way to the top. That'll cost him a spot. Now he dives back to the bottom. Here comes Cole Kirkman in the 10. Now Woodling's to the bottom. That's not where he wants to be, but that's where he's going to have to go because nobody's there. So we got Johnson and Kirkman and Woodling trying to get around Johnson. Johnson to the top. Kirkman to the bottom. Kirkman takes over the 4th spot. Now Woodling takes over the 5th spot. Man, Trey Johnson had a bad Time going on the backstretch that last time by. All right, so now we got the top five running fence post formation. Trey Johnson will make it the 6th, and Braxton Hannum's trying to work his way around him right now. Oh! It looked like the 99 car Easton Ashbrook lost power coming out of 2, and Woodling helped him around. I'm not sure what happened. Then we had, was that the 0 car that hit the barrier?
Yeah, the 0 car, Keith Ousley, took on the tough block and beat it pretty handily over here in turn 1. The 60, is that the, no, that's the Winger car, isn't it? Or Wigner car. Tigner.
Yes, that's correct.
I'll get there eventually. The 2T, I believe his night's going to be done. And now they got to figure out where to put Eastbrook.
Well, he stopped on the track, so that's not good. Okay.
You went to college for that one, didn't you?
I watched too much South Park.
There you go.
Okay. So that's the 99X of Lane Height, I believe.
99 of Height had been in 4th before the caution unofficially. Looks like Eastbrook may be calling a night.
Ashbrook was in 4th.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to tell them apart. Their number is not the easiest to read.
Well, when we're sitting in Bremen trying to call this.
That is Ashbrook. I don't know. It's like trying to tell the 57 and 57 junior apart. All right, they fire off turn number 4. Jack Hoyer's your leader. He's got Darren Nida all over him. Nida drops from the top to the bottom. Woodling battled his way up to the 3rd spot now. Fence post formation for the top 3. Kirkman's trying to pull the slider on Woodling. They're wheel to wheel, tire to tire as they go to turn 1. He's going to try to pull the slider on Woodling. Runs the outside. Give the 3rd spot to Cole Kirkman. Yellow, yellow, yellow. For the 89 of Doug Nichols. Fires off turn number 4 with the lead. Once again, there goes Nida to the inside. He's going to try to pull the slider. Nay, nay, says the 11 car as he stands on the gas. Kirkman to the inside, pulls the slider on Woodling. Woodling's going to try the crossover move. He ain't got enough for Kirkman. He tries to pull the slider on Kirkman in 1 and 2, and they're side by side going on the backstretch into turn number 3. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Hannaf's around in turn 2 for the yellow.
Josh, I think what you're seeing is all these guys are just set right on the edge, and it's just a hair trigger, and they're over the line. Guys are spinning just for the competition of it. Boy.
It's definitely a good race. I'd like to see it go a couple laps because it gets really, really good, I think, but I have no control over it. I can just call a race. All right, here we go. Going green this time by. Hoyer fires off in the lead, and Nida tries that slider again. He gets it done this time. Hoyer back to the inside, drives back into the lead. Nida back for the slider for the lead. Hoyer crosses him back over. Oh my goodness, like I was just saying. And Kirkman's made his way past Woodling into 3rd. And top 3's fence post formation up top. Woodling's trying to peek his nose around to get it around Kirkman. And they're all running hammer down the backstretch into turn 3. Round turn 4 to the front stretch with 2 to go. For your leader, Jack Hoyer, Darren Nida second. Nida's got something for him. Coming to the white flag. 1 to go. Here we go. You know what's coming. Nope, it's not coming down there. He's going to wait. He got a little. Oh, he had to check up. He ain't going to be able to do it. They both pull the slider line in 3 and 4. Checker flags out for your winner, Jack Hoyer. Darren Nida second. Cole Kirkman third. Dylan Woodling fourth. Lane Height fifth. Trey Johnson sixth. Cody Williams from the back of the B main comes to finish seventh. Eric Saunders finishes 8th, Chad Hartzell 9th, and Aiden Salisbury rounds out the top 10.
Folks, I know you got to get home. I got to get home, work tomorrow, but you might want to stick around for just a second and hear what these 3 young men have to say about that Swan Lake Resort 600cc Micro feature event. Great night of racing here. Thank you so much for coming out. We'll be back in action Saturday and Sunday here at the Playground of Power. Don't forget, USAC National Sprints Thursday night, July the 1st. From everybody at Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, thank you for coming out to Open Wheel Wednesday here at the Plymouth Motor Speedway. Caitlin's on her way down to get Victory Lane interviews. I hope. There she is. Hello. Eric Saunders in the 71. Admirable job by him tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the 11. Your winner, Jack Hoyer from Frankfort, Indiana. Doing a fine job picking up the win.
I'll start with one of them eventually. All right, Cole, I'm coming to you. You guys put on an awesome show up there. Top 3, I'm just going to go top 5. You guys held together pretty tight there for a while. Great run. What can you tell us about your race out here tonight?
We just started too deep. That mean, if we would have started up front, we maybe could have got to racing with these two. We brought our A-class car here today, so we don't have near the motor that they do. So just to run third, I'm pretty happy.
Absolutely. Who do you have to thank tonight?
I need to thank Rick Dukes and Nick Shocks.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You look young. All right. I don't feel as bad now because I just kind of looked at this kid in awe and I was like, you look super young. He's only 14 years old, guys. Give it up for Darren. Great run out here tonight. I think I might have seen a couple slide jobs from the group up front. What can you tell me about your race?
Yeah, I mean, Jack just ran a perfect race. I felt good. I felt good the whole time, but I just didn't have enough to get by him. We were super good. Can't thank my dad enough, and my mom and my little brother for everything they do for this car. It's just lights out, I guess.
All right, congratulations and great run.
Thank you.
All right, guys, let's give it up for your winner, Jack Hoyer. Fantastic run. You guys looked like you had a lot of fun out there tonight. Who do you have to thank, and how about that surface?
Yeah, that was a pretty good race. Darren was throwing sliders there at the end, and I feel like we were pretty good. I jumped a cushion down in 1 and 2 there, and I was afraid he might get by me on the last lap, but we held on. Just got to thank Brewer Farms, JRS Custom Fabrication, Fatheads Eyewear, Hoosier Tire, Kaiser Wheels, Wilwood Disc Brakes, and just everybody who helps us out.
All right, congratulations.
All right, looks like Cigar Dave's down there giving his dirt racing versus pavement racing speech. Yeah, see, I know it. I can tell just what he's doing by his by his body motions. All right, so on behalf of all the crew from the Plymouth Speedway, the Sowers, the Ed Kennedy, everybody here, I'm Josh Cook. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and we look forward to seeing you back Saturday night for our Super Streets Thunder Cars, front-wheel drives, and non-wing 600s. And don't forget, Sunday, the UMPB Hell Tour. Whose keys? Scott's got keys? If you lost your keys, Scott Stein has them. Hold on. Have a good night, everybody, and I'm not very good at charades.